This Sunday, we hear about another encounter of the apostles with risen Jesus. And at that time, the Lord has turned to St. Peter and then commanded him the care of the sheep and of the lambs, and made him a leader of the church in his name. But to understand the position of St. Peter, we have to go back. It was St. Peter, long before, in Caesarea Philippi, professed his faith, and unlike the other apostles, he recognized that Jesus was the Messiah, Son of the living God. And the Lord praised him for that. He said, this is what, it was not the body and blood that it revealed to you. It was my Father in heaven. And you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church. It was that first promise. And then we also hear at the Last Supper that the Lord has, after speaking to the apostles and about unity and about all kind of plans for the future, the Lord turned to Peter and said, Peter, I have prayed for you that your faith never fail, and you support your brethren. So it is even that guarantee that the Lord gave to Peter to lead in the truth. And yes, there was even that sad story that St. Peter was promising that, Lord, I will even lay my life down for you. But the Lord told him that you will deny me 3 times before the cock crows. And what it actually happened. And we hear that when Peter went to the palace of the high priest, he was there in the yard, and that charcoal fire, this detail is appearing in the gospel today. That it was again that Jesus appeared there on the shore of the lake of Galilee, and the apostles were fishing there, and he asked them to throw the nets, and they made that miraculous catch. And when they came to the shore, there was again charcoal fire with fish and bread. And then Jesus gave them to eat. So it is that link, and some of these things are coming back and then repeating. And after eating, the Lord turned to Peter and asked him 3 times. And it was beside that charcoal fire, beside the fire at which Peter had denied Jesus, and beside that same fire, he was asking him, Peter, do you love me? And he asked 3 times, and 3 times Peter said yes, and finally he said, Lord, you know everything, you know that I love you. And so the Lord then commanded him his lamb and sheep to lead them, to take care of them in his name. And he says very clearly that feed my lamb, feed my sheep. And so the Lord clearly shows that yes, it is my lambs, my sheep, and he commends them to Peter to lead them. And we need to remember this because we live in time, especially now in modern time with modern communications and all those media that are bombarding us with everything. So we can be pretty much confused, and we see so much confusion even among the faithful, and we wonder where to turn. And we still have this successor of Peter with us. And we need to remember that whether he is popular or not, it was already in Caesarea Philippi that in spite of all the popular opinions and desires and then plans, St. Peter said the truth, that nobody else brought up. So it is apparently the mission of Peter for all times to bring the truth. Yes, may not be popular, may not be some kind of desire of the people, but it is still the truth that brings us salvation. And so we hear about St. Peter that was left here as a shepherd to lead us in the name of Christ, and we have to pay attention to what he does, and he's that link of unity, a bond of unity for all the believers. And sadly, we see so many divisions and so many currents of thoughts and spiritualities, and we forget that we are still one people, and we have to find what is keeping us together, and always remember that yes, Peter is this bond.